everyone, and welcome back to episode 22 of our Colorado Rockies rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 26. When last we left off, we played through the rest of the September games, and we did just well enough to win the NL West by 2 games ahead of both the Padres and the Dodgers. By nature of having a better record than the Cardinals, we got ourselves a bye, which was huge. And in the wild card games, Nationals beat the Padres in 2-1, and the Cardinals swept the LA Dodgers 2 games to nothing. You have to imagine there are calls for Dave Roberts' head after that one. But that is where we stand, where we face off against the St. Louis Cardinals, who, in reality, we only have one connection to, and that is that we traded them, our closer, Felix Bautista, at the deadline after he made it clear that a contract extension was not in the cards. And so we traded him to the Cardinals, and for them, got about 23 innings, 12 saves overall, put out pretty similar, though definitely better numbers. And in the wild card against the Dodgers, he pitched 1 2/3 innings, did give up a run, walked a couple guys, so not the most clean outing. And importantly, he is at 75% rest for game one, so unlikely we see Bautista in the first game. But here's where we stand in terms of lineups. So the Cardinals are going to roll out back-to-back righties, which is great. We're keeping what I would consider to be our standard lineup, which is Brenton Doyle at center, Stephen Kwan in left, Bregman at third, Charlie Condon at first. Michael Toglia is going to come off the bench this playoffs. A little harsh on him, but he has simply not played as well this season. He's had a big drop in playing time since I decided to make Condon the everyday first baseman. And despite a really, really good June, he has been poor the rest of the year. So he's coming off the bench. Cole Carrig is going to be our DH. In terms of his outfielding numbers, his range and his arm in left are not great. He actually has a negative arm value in left. So if he does see any time in the outfield in the playoffs, it'll likely be at right field or in center field if Brenton Doyle goes ice cold. So Carrick Gilmore DH in fifth. Hunter Goodman is hitting sixth. Jordan Walker, who we acquired in the aforementioned Felix Bautista deal, is going to be in right. And then Hao Yu Lee at second base and Ezekiel Tovar rounding out the lineup in short. This is essentially our best lineup we got. Depending on how things look, I might take Cole Carrig out, move Goodman to DH, start Drew Romo for a game. We'll see how that looks. But this is our righty lineup. Against lefties, it is very similar, with one exception. Drew Romo is into catch, which means Hunter Goodman DHs, Cole Carrig goes into left field, and Stephen Kwan sits. He will not face lefties because his numbers against lefties are abysmal. 590 OPS, 267 on base percentage. So these are my guys against lefties. So like Toglia, Cabrera, Kwan, Burleson, they're never coming in against lefties. So barring a pitching change, these are going to be the guys against their lefty bats. Pitching, I've dropped to a 4-man rotation. I have not gone right down to 3 in case, Gabriel Hughes isn't completely ready for a hypothetical game 4. So Gabriel Hughes is going to get the ball game 1. Luis De Leon, our lone lefty, is going to get it for game 2. Bobby Miller is going to get game 3. And then Spencer Arrighetti is going to get a hypothetical game 4. Chase Dollander is going to be in a long relief role. Realistically, it doesn't make sense to have a five-man rotation in the playoffs. You're never really going to need it with the off days. So Dollander is going to be a long reliever, which is kind of sad. I mean, he put together a really good year. Don't get me wrong, but he also averaged, 4 innings a start coming down the stretch, and that's just not really doable in the playoffs. So he's going to be a long relief guy for us to pair with Seth Romero and Brady Singer. Bullpen is identical to the bullpen that finished out the season. So Will Klein is going to be essentially our 26th man, our last bullpen arm over Angel Chivilli. Other than that, that's our team for these playoffs. Last season, obviously, for those who do not know, we made the wild card game, made the wild card series, beat the Braves in 3, beat the Cubs in 5 in the NLDS, beat the Dodgers in 4 in the NLCS, and then tragically lost the World Series in 7 games. So, if we can make back to back World Series, I will be a very happy man. But without further ado, let us get started against the NL Central winning St. Louis Cardinals and their game one starter, Andre Palente, who has put together a very good year for himself, 3 WAR season, and he is completely well rested. No real surprises on the Cardinals roster. They do have Tyler O'Neill, who has gone to a different team every year of the save so far, but it looks like he's finally in the place he's meant to be. Victor Robles is also chilling down there at the bottom of their order, so that's pretty fun. And then off their bench, they have Wilson Contreras and Reese Hoskins both coming off the bench, with Lars Nootbaar getting the start at first base. So I'm not really going to question that. Let's rock and roll. Gabriel Hughes will get us started in this NLDS. And a nice easy grounder to start. I think my expectations for this year was just make the playoffs again. Now that we've done that, especially that we've gotten a bye in doing so, I'm playing with house money. If the Cardinals beat us, so be it. If we go on to win the World Series, that's neat. But I'm not about to be it's World Series or bust, rah. I'm just here for a good time. Soft roller to short. Got him. A nice, simple inning for Gabriel Hughes. Brenton Doyle, without question, his worst offensive year for us thus far, only worth .5 WAR, which is especially grim considering he is making 15 million US dollars this year. So a good playoff performance for him would help that money feel a bit more justified as he gets us started with a ground out to short. But he almost beat that, is all I'm saying. Stephen Kwan goes down swinging. And Bregman grounds out to third. So nothing for us either in the first. Nice calm little game here. But the Cardinals have runners on first and second already. Lars Nootbaar, swing and a miss. Ivan Herrera, also a swing and a miss. And now the aforementioned Victor Robles, back up to short. Tovar with the throw. Boom. And just like that, Gabriel escapes the jam that he himself got him in. Charlie Condon striking out on 3 pitches isn't great. Hey, if they want to walk Cole Carrig, go right ahead. I am going to run more often than not on Ivan Herrera. At this point, with our speed, if you have less than a 60 arm, I'm just running on you the whole time. And Hunter Goodman hits it back into the outfield. That will easily score Carrig. Goodman has himself an RBI double. Let the record show. We're on the board. All right, Jordan Walker. Against your former team. He hits it to center field, down by the warning track. That'll score Goodman, and Walker has himself a double. Just like that, we're up 2-0. Ayuli grounds out to the pitcher. He does work a full count there, so Andre Palente's pitch count is getting up there. Can he beat out the throw? Yes, he can. Well done there from Tovar, who's also going to run on Herrera. Unless he doesn't want to, which, to be fair, he might not. Brenton Doyle grounds out to short. All right. We get 2 runs. I doubt that'll be enough to win, but you never know. Mason Wynn gets the steal on Goodman. And the ball gets down in the outfield, so the Cardinals get 1 back. Pretty decent throw there, to be fair, but does not get him. Also, I was talking about Andre's pitch count. Gabriel Hughes is currently at 63, and he's still in the 3rd inning. Tyler O'Neill, fly out to left. That does end the inning, but the Cardinals get a run back. Uh-oh, who got hurt? Cole Carrig suffered a quadriceps strain. I mean, it influences his running, so I'm not that fussed about it. I'm going to have Toglia come in as the DH here, since it is still a righty on the mound. And he strikes out. Yep, that tracks with how this season has gone. Hunter Goodman now. Grounder back to the pitcher. Can't beat it out, and that is that. All right, Gabriel Hughes is at 66 pitches, so this may be a long reliever game, which in game 1 of the series is not really what you want, obviously. Ivan Herrera gets out. Good. All right, let's see if he can get Robles. He cannot. How much speed does he have? 75 stealing. Yeah. Victor Scott flies out to center. All right. I'll have Gabriel come back out for the 5th, but I doubt he gets me all of it. Oh, you never know. Just in case, I'm going to warm up Seth Romero. It's Donovan to line out. Mason Wynn, have you been better or worse against lefties this year? You have been so much better in terms of OPS and on-base percentage. So Gabriel Hughes is going to get Mason Wynn. Infield pop-up, very nice. All right, I will let him face Jose Suarez, and this will be the last batter. Got him swinging. All right. Pretty good outing from Gabriel Hughes. Obviously, I'd like more than just 5 innings of work, but that is what it is. The Cardinals have turned to their bullpen, and it is a righty. So I don't need to worry about pinch hitting for Toglia. If it gets to him, Condon gets the ball down in the outfield. Bases are loaded for Michael Toglia, who has walked on 4 pitches. Not going to complain. I'll take that. Hunter Goodman, now our best hitter this season, gets it down under the third baseman's glove. 1 run will score. 4-1 now. Jordan Walker flies out. Don't think that's deep enough to advance anyone. And How You Lee flies out to the inning. Bases loaded, no outs. You get 2 runs. I guess I'll take that. Romero had a long wait, but let me bring him in. Pretty good start from Hughes. Romero gets me a clean 6th. Runner on second for Bregman. They're still going righty with Hector Neris. So getting the win obviously would matter a lot. What also will likely matter is who uses the least bullpen arms. Because especially for the Cardinals, like 3 of their relievers are already tired from the wild card series, and Bautista isn't 100%. So if we can get to their bullpen guys, we'll be in pretty good shape the rest of the way. Victor Scott flies out. That will not advance Herrera from second. Let's see if he can get Brandon Donovan swinging. Yes, he does. Really good work there from Romero. I'm going to bring in Halverson for the 8th. And then Keegan Aiken for the 9th, unless we get some insurance runs, which would not go amiss, it must be said. Toglia now with a full count. And he walks. Like how Toglia so far has had technically 1 plate appearance. And yet he's walked twice, has an RBI. That's always fun. Hector Goodman swings at a 3-1 pitch, and then he hits into a double play. Well, it's not great. All right, we're going to bring Halverson in for the 8th. Clean 8th. Keegan Aiken will warm up, as will Will Klein. So if it's still 4-1, safe situation, I'm bringing in Aiken. If we get extra runs, Will Klein's coming in. Jordan Walker strikes out. How You Lee pops up foul. The curve on that ball was insane. And Tovar K's. All right. Nothing for us there. So we're going to sit Will Klein down. And Keegan Aiken is going to take the save situation. First up, Tyler O'Neill, who I still maintain the Red Sox should have re-signed. But alas, they did not. Lars Nootbaar now also goes down swinging. Ivan Herrera, the Cardinals' last out, and he walks. All right. Victor Robles up to the plate. Goes down looking. The Rockies take game 1. Cardinals go down. Very nice. Yeah, they only had to use 2 of their bullpen because they had Neris go 2 1/3. So not the most damage we want to do, but we got game 1. Not going to complain. Not going to complain about that. Elsewhere, the Braves beat the Nationals in their game. All right, let's move to game 2. So, obviously, Cole Carrig has the quadriceps strain, but it's only impacting his running. So, I think him being DH is fine. And they're going with Darlin Saladin for game 2. He only got 4 starts the whole year as a Cardinal. Fair enough. Welcome to the playoffs. Here's one of the best lineups in baseball. Luis De Leon, first inning. Oh boy, don't do this to me, Luis. Strike out Nolan Gorman, please. He did strike him out, and we get him on the throw. That wasn't nerve-wracking at all. All right, this should be a pitcher that we should just hit insanely against. And Bretton Doyle strikes out. Stephen Kwan lines out, which means, unfortunately, Bregman, you're going to ground out here. Or he gets no, that was in fact a ground out. The animation there made it look like he was going to do it. get through there, but it did not. All right, Charlie Condon, who will probably win Rookie of the Year, lines out to a leaping Nolan Gorman. Cole Carrick hits it deep to center field, caught at the warning track. Man. And Goodman's ball is gone. That is a solo home run. Well done, sir. And Jordan Walker almost matches, but it gets down to the wall. All right, he's got a triple, so How You Lee can bring him home if he just gets the ball in the outfield. Oh, you know what? An error-inducing grounder. That'll play. That'll play. All right, we're up 2-0. And Tovar flies out. I'll take it. Once again, we get out to an early lead. Last time we held on. Here's hoping this time is similar. Man, they love that is, I think, the big downside of Hunter Goodman at catcher over Drew Romo is just Hunter Goodman cannot throw runners out. He can't do it. Whereas Romo has, I believe, a 10 better arm. As now it's our turn for the error. Oh boy, it's that quick animation. Tovar's throw is horrendous. And now the Cardinals get a run back and have a runner on second. Nothing doing those Suarez Ks. All right. Both sides with an unearned run now. Nothing for them. And Hunter Goodman with a second solo home run. At what point do I just sign him to like an 8-year contract extension? Oh boy. All right. Once again, I'm going to run on Ivan Herrera more often than not. As Jordan Walker gets into second. And now he's at third on the wild pitch. Once again, when in doubt, stealing the base will work out. And how Yuli hits it back up to middle. That scores Walker. 4-1. If we go on to win the series, which odds are it's looking like we might even sweep the Cardinals, I think how they use their pitchers in the wild card is going to be what decides it. Because they have a very tired bullpen, and they're using who I can assume is their 5th or 6th starter, who's only had 4 starts before this game. Brenton Doyle goes down swinging. Here's Stephen Kwan. Fly out to center. All right. We add to our lead. That is all I can ask for. Luis De Leon gets me a clean 5th. We're going to go to Brady Singer now for the 6th. Well done from De Leon. And Jose Suarez with a solo homer. And Nolan Gorman with a solo home run. Oh, Brady. What are you doing? Well, what was a comfortable lead has suddenly become much less comfortable. Jordan Walker with a solo home run, though. That helps. Tovar also. We're just trading solo home runs at this point. That looked like he was safe. Review. All right, I'm going to be honest, Brady. You're kind of worrying me. Maybe he knows he's gone after this season no matter what. But he strikes out Contreras. he walks Robles, I'm switching. He walked him, I'm switching. All right, Dollander is gonna come in here in at relief. And Hunter Goodman doesn't even try to throw out Victor Robles, which I respect. All right. Gets a line out there from Scott Jr. Brandon Donovan flies out as well. This is also kind of a very high stakes trial run at how good Dollander can be as a long reliever potentially. I'm going to get Vodnik going. Nope, never mind. I get a clean inning there. I think we're going to get Zerpa warming for the ninth inning, regardless of if we score extra runs or not. Carrig is through to first. Now, I'm not going to run him because he has the quadriceps strain. Actually, I'm not even going to chance it. Oswaldo Cabrera is going to come in to pinch hit. Or pinch run, excuse me. Just on the off chance something happens, just going to have Cabrera come in, but no dice. We get nothing there in the eighth, so Zerpa is going to come in for the ninth. And it is clean. We take game two from the Cardinals 6-3. The bottom of our lineup, Flowers, Goodman with 2 home runs. Walker and Tovar each have another. 3 hits from Jordan Walker also. Pitching staff did pretty good with the exception of Brady Singer. He got hit a bit. But now we have a day off, which is nice. And a personal message. We have some AAA guys retiring. Oh, White Olds is retiring. It's a shame. I thought he could, maybe be something here, but no dice. All right, let me save. All right, so game 3, and it's another righty, Michael Morales, who insofar has done very well for himself this season, a 25-year-old against the Dodgers in the wild card, 4 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run, 5 Ks. All right. So yeah, the lineup is gonna be the lineup. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're gonna keep these guys going. Bobby Miller is gonna be on the mound for us. I think of my 4 pitchers in the rotation, Bobby is the one that, if he gets blown up, I wouldn't be surprised. But Stephen Kwan with a steal. Charlie Condon now grounds out to third. But we threaten. That's better than nothing. Bobby Miller, a clean first. Cole Carrig and Hunter Goodman on first and second for Jordan Walker, the hero. He struck out. All right, Hao Yuli, I believe in you. And my belief is made manifest with the ball that hits the corner. The throw takes 10 years to get in. So both runners score. They get Hao Yuli at third. Which is a little unfortunate. But Tovar lined out anyway. That probably would have scored Hao Yuli. So we get 2. We should have gotten 3. Here's hoping that doesn't matter. Jose Suarez with another solo home run. What a nice, 20, 30-year-old power outfielder they got here. He has only made 6 starts this year. That's hilarious. I respect it, though. Clean third. Condon and Carragher aboard for Goodman. This is what we want. They walked the bases loaded for Jordan Walker. And he gets the ball past the shortstop into the outfield. 1 run will score. 2 runs are in. 4-1 Rockies. As Hao Yuli steps to the plate. And he strikes out swinging. Tovar gets it back up the middle. That'll score one and get Tovar a nice double. 5-1. Doyle lines out to left. For a second, I thought that was going to get down, but it does score Jordan Walker. Quine lines out to end the inning, but hey, 6-1. With how well our pitching staff has been doing this series, should be enough. Oh, the wheels might be coming off Bobby Miller here. He gets Herrera to fly out. I mean, if we win this game, we win the series. So I am not against going to my insane bullpen arms in like the 6th inning. All right, they get the runner at second. That's fine. Keeps the force out in play. Victor Robles pops up to the infield. All right. We're looking good. Bobby is at 74 pitches. I'll let him start the 6th. Howie is on second for Tovar, who hits it deep. Right field. Gone. Thank you. Start the buses. We're out of here. Send the fans home. Get the Metro going. 8-1. Thank you. Good night. Bretton Doyle decides he wants to test the arm of Nolan Gorman. Doesn't go well. All right. So in that case, let's see if Bobby. Yeah, Bobby is. His arm is gone. I'm going to get Will Klein going. Oh. Well, there's that. Jose Suarez with a 3-run homer. Who is this kid? I think the Cardinals have just found like the best outfielder. This man has 6 games played before this, and in the playoffs, he has 3 home runs. Oh boy! All right, I'll let him face Nolan Gorman. That'll be it. Allows a line drive. Yeah, I think Bobby was left in a little too long. We'll bring in Will Klein. That pop-up is huge because if Herrera gets walked there, it's bases loaded, 1 out for Victor Robles. Robles back to Tovar. The throw, the catch, got him. All right. Cardinals get 3 runs, so it's not over. Will Klein is on 26 pitches. So, oh, what? I'm looking at the wrong group. So I'm going to bring in. I think I'm going to bring in Molina. Idea being if Molina can get me both the 7th and the 8th, I'm a happy man. All right, he gets me the 7th. The 8th might be a problem. Let's get Vodnik going. Tyler O'Neill gets the ball down. Will it be enough to score the runner from third? No. A double play would do wonders. I will take a strikeout. Nootbaar goes down swinging. Herrera hits it to short, to second for 1, to first for 2. Molina gets out of the jam. Well done, sir. All right, so for the 9th, I think I am going to go with Vodnik as Bregman strikes out. Now, I'm not saying that this is the 2nd straight playoff where Alex Bregman hasn't been great, but this is the 2nd straight playoff where he hasn't been great. And there we go. Vodnik takes the 9th clean, and we have swept the St. Louis Cardinals in 3 games. The divisional series is ours. Light work. Light work. I do feel bad for the Cardinals. I think it was just a situation where they just burned their pitchers so much in the wild card that they had to throw out their number 4 and 5th starters against us, and we just clobbered them. So we get the win. Let's see who we will face on the other side. At the moment, the Braves are up 2 games to 1 on the Nationals. Nationals tied up. We're going to a game 5. And the Nationals take game 5. The Braves go down. And here we are. All right, so now the question becomes, do I want Aaron Getty to get game 1? And I think, honestly, the answer is yes. Because I think Bobby Miller, of my starters, is the one getting hit a bit. So I would rather I roll out Arrighetti, Hughes, Leone, and hopefully we can be up 2-1 at that point and be okay. Meanwhile, on the other side of the bracket, it is Rangers against the Red Sox as the Mariners and Guardians go down. Also, yeah, Bautista didn't even pitch in that divisional series. They never pitched him. That's disappointing. All right, let us begin the series against the Nationals, the NLCS. They have Jock Peterson at first base, as one does. Dylan Cruz, CJ Abrams. Wait a minute. Where's. Oh, no. Where's James Wood? No, he suffered a hamstring strain on September 30th. Oh, you're joking. Oh, no. That's almost a fireable offense. Hold on? Did the Nationals need to win that game to be in? They didn't, did they? No, they didn't. Oh no. Oh no. They played James Wood in a meaningless game and he got injured. Oh no. That's less fun. But whatever. How's Brady House been doing this save? Oh no, he didn't play at all at 2020. What happened in 2026? No, he tore his MCL in March. Dang. All right. I mean, I'm going with the same lineup. The top of our order has not been good. It must be said. Like of our 1 through 4 hitters, Stephen Kwan's been the only one like being average. Excuse me. And even then, the bottom of our order is carrying us to victory right now. All right, we're going Spencer Arrighetti for game 1 against the Washington Nationals. Let us begin. Jock Peterson, the leadoff hitter extraordinaire. 2-2 count. We allow the camera to spin. Well. Didn't look like it hit him is all I'm saying. A ball? Well, the first batter Getty faces, he hits him. The second batter, he balks. Fair enough. He gets Josue De Paula to strike out. And Dylan Cruz also goes down swinging. Ooh, CJ Abrams lies out to center. All right. The 1-2 combo of hit batter plus balk notwithstanding. Pretty good inning. Brady House is already on second, and he got a steal on Hunter Goodman. What else is new? All right, House is on third. So we need a strikeout here on Rafaela. Wonder how he ended up here from Boston. All right, the flyout is shallow enough that they don't send House. It's heaven made. He looks terrible. You know what? I'm not gonna question it. Because I said that, he's gonna get like a home run here. Flat left, we're okay. I wasn't worried at all there. It's a lie, I was terrified. All right, guys, come on, give me something. Nothing in the second for us. Jock Peterson's solo home run in the third as the Nationals take the early lead, but How You Lee gets on base. Hear that, everyone? We have a base runner. Must be nice. Caleb Lomavita is their catcher. He looks pretty solid. 65 arm. I don't think I'm going to run on him that much. Ezekiel Tovar gets the ball down. How You Lee into second. Brenton Doyle flies out to left. That's not going to move anyone, Brenton. All right, 4-pitch walk to Stephen Kwan. Not going to complain. All right, bases loaded for playoff disappointment, Alex Bregman. And he hits it deep to center field. That should be deep enough to score. And How You Lee gets home. So we tie up the game 1-all. Here's Charlie Condon. Fly out to left. Bases loaded. Only one out. And we get one single run. I think if you're the pitching side, you're more happy with that than I am. Loma Vita with a home run. Nationals take the lead. Clean fifth rather. Tovar hits it back up the middle. How You Lee is around third, heading for home. Safe. That was a great throw from Rafaela, who was traded at this trade deadline, it looks like. All right, Brenton Doyle, give me something, buddy. Come on. Line out to second is not what I wanted there. Stephen Kwan. He strikes out. You know what, Doyle? I judged you too harshly. At least you hit the baseball. Bregman grounds into fielder's choice. At what point do I just bench Alex Bregman? Because he was, if any of our players did bad last year in the playoffs, Bregman is on that list. Oh, and C.J. Abrams with a 2-run homer. Oh, boy. I think we're going to get Brady Singer warming. Let's see if Arrighetti can at least get Brady House. All right. He strikes him out. That'll do. We'll bring in Brady for the rest of the inning. Clean sixth. Rest the sixth, rather. Hunter Goodman, Cole Carrig aboard for Jordan Walker. The Nationals turn to righty Max Meyer, and a Walker immediately grounds into a fielder's choice. All right, How You Lee, be a hero. And fly out to center. No dice. Did I get a clean seventh? Brady, you are killing me. I'm going to get Halverson going because I don't want this lead to get worse. And I'm going to be honest. I have a bad feeling that it's going to get worse. Can he get to Paula? He can get to Paula. All right. So Halverson is going to come in for the 8th then. Halverson is tiring, but he gets the clean 8th. Easy. We're going to get Zerpa ready. They're sticking with the right-handed hitter, so I'm leaving in Condon and Carrig. Nothing there from Condon. He grounds out. Carrick flies out to deep center. All right, Hunter Goodman. Give me a solo shot. To the moon. Struck out. All right. To the ninth we go. Zerpa is coming in. Clean ninth. So we are down to our last outs and we need 2 runs. Jordan Walker gets us started and he strikes out looking. Quite anticlimactic. Here's a question. I am going to have Oswaldo Cabrera pinch hit here for Yuli. Because he's slightly better against righties overall. And he gets aboard with a line drive single to left. We have life. Tying run is at the plate for Ezekiel Tovar, who unceremoniously flies out to left. All right, Brenton Doyle. I have slandered you this season. You have 1 hit in 16 at-bats these playoffs. Redeem yourself. Struck out swinging. He's benched the next game. All right. We drop game 1 to the Nationals 4-2. I mean, we got nothing from our offense. Tovar was the only player with 2 hits. And Aaron Getty gave up just a few home runs too many. All right. That is the gamble with Aaron Getty game 1. International free agents. You think I have the time to worry about international free agents? We are down 1-0 in the series. All right, let's move to game 2. Who are they wheeling out? Zach Eflin. Fair enough. Who they signed Zach Eflin to a 5-year, $93 million contract. Safe to say, I mean, he was okay year 1, but this year he's leading the league in walks. BABIP of 311. If we can't hit Zach Eflin, game's gone. I'm going to make 1 change. Brenton Doyle is going to be benched. I'm going to have Cole Carrig take center field. And then I'm going to have Hunter Goodman go to DH. Jordan Walker is going to hit 5th. Howie Lee's going to hit 7th. Drew Romo will catch. That'll also give me a better defensive setup at catcher for the many speedsters that are on the Nationals. So, all right, Gabriel Hughes is going to get the ball for game 2. And immediately Jock Peterson is on second. Oh, boy. All right, Josue de Paula goes down swinging. That's going to get down. All right, Nationals are on the board in the first. Also, who decided on these uniform combinations? It's dark blue against purple. That's not difficult at all. And Drew Romo guns down Dylan Cruz. That's why you put Cruz in at catcher. And definitely a good thing as C.J. Abrams hits the ball to the wall. Slow recovery there from our outfielders. And he's in at second. So, yeah, if Romo doesn't gun down Cruz there, that's another run for the Nationals. Grady House flies out to left. All right. The Nationals get 1. Let's see how Cole Carrig does leading off in place of Doyle. The bar is in hell, as they say. And Carrig is immediately aboard. That works. Oi, relax. Quit trying to pick off my guy. Wild pitch. He gets the second. And again, I would run Cole Carrig, but he has the quadriceps strain. So even then, I don't really want him trying to steal because I need his back. Bregman, please do something. And he hits it deep. Left field gone. Bregman finally arrives in the playoffs. It only took him 2 tries. 3-run homer. Zach Eflin has yet to get an out. As I said, if we couldn't hit Zach Eflin, then we're losing the series. Like that's pretty much where we're just at. Condon flies out, and Jordan Walker walks. We have life. Come on, Hunter Goodman. Goodman walks, and that was a full count walk, too. Zach Eflin's on 25 pitches, and he only has one out. Oh, and it's getting worse. How Yuli hits the ball to right. He's in at second. He's going for third. He's an ambitious man. And he's out. That is the second time in this playoff that How Yuli has gotten out trying to stretch a double to a triple. And Jeromo flies out. We nearly batted around in the first inning. Here's a question. What is How Yuli's base running? It's a 65. I feel like you shouldn't be gunned out twice going for that extra base with a 65. All right, clean second. Hey! Condon with a solo home run. Cole Carrick. And that's going to get down into left. Another run will score. The manager, poor Jacob Young, is just in the confines of the stadium. All right, Stephen Kwan, bring him home. And bring him home he does, as once again it's hit to that left corner. Jacob Young can't get there. 8-1. That'll do. All right, Bregman. Give me a second home run to make up for the entire last playoff run of you being terrible. No dice. Not going to get it. All right. Down goes Bregman, but we're up 8-1. So I think Dollander is going to warm up unless Hughes can get me the entire fifth, which could happen. We'll see. Gets Rafaela to pop up. And that's going to get down. Do I want him to face Jacob Young? Yeah, sure. Let's see if we can get a double play. No, it gets past Tovar into the outfield. All right. We're going to bring in Dollander to face Jock Peterson. Jock flies out to right. That shouldn't advance anyone. All right, Josue de Paula, what do you got? Grounder to second. Got him. All right. Good job there from Dollander. Nothing more for us in the fifth. Nothing for them. Oh, we're cooking. Tovar with runners on first and second and no outs. Lines out to short. Less than ideal, that. Carrick also flies out to left. Can we hit it anywhere other than left field this game? That's the question. Quan walks. All right, Bregman. Once again. Redemption. He did not give me the redemption arc I wanted. All right, Bregman goes down. I'm going to get Will Klein ready to roll. Nah, Dollander gets me a clean seventh as well. What a lad. So Will Klein will get me the eighth. There we go. How Yuli with a leadoff double. We like that. Drew Romo's sac fly should be enough. No, How Yuli doesn't try to run. Coward. Never mind. Cole Care gets it through anyway. I'm not going to risk running How Yuli here. We're just gonna hit the baseball. Well, I'll allow it. All right, let's do a pinch hit here. Alec Burleson can come in for Stephen Kwan. Just to get some of the bench guys involved. Burleson flies out. All right. Burleson takes lefts. Hopefully, Will Klein can just give me the entire ninth. If not, I'll get Romero going. He's getting fatigued. Well, he does have 2 outs, though. I have faith you can strike out Caleb here. Get him. Bang. There we go. Ball game. We take game 2, 9-1. And the series is tied up 1 apiece. Very nice. Let us advance through the off day. And now we have a run of 3 games with no breaks, which is good because then I can just go De Leon, Bobby Miller, and then Angetti. Because the series is going to go to 5 no matter what. First up, we have Mikel Manzano, who this season with the Nationals has been pretty good. 2.8 walks per 9, less than 8 Ks. His stuff isn't great. He has a really good changeup, though. Yeah, I think for this game I'm going to do the same thing. Cole Carrig is going to lead off at center. Goodman will DH. Drew Romo will catch. Condon also hasn't had that great of a series. He did just hit a home run, though. So, depending on how he does this game, I might give him a day off in the next one. We'll see. Cole Carrig with a leadoff double. And then Stephen Kwan hits the ball straight to the moon. All right, Bregman. Killing me. The man kills me. There we go. Condon hits it back up the middle. I am not going to run Cole Carrig because of his injury. If he was healthy, I would send him. Jordan Walker strikes out. We get nothing there. There we go. Runners on first and second for Tovar. Let's go. And he strikes out. Fair enough. There we go. The ball gets down. 1 run scores. That'll do. Oh, Romo went for 2. All right, we're up 2-0. Stephen Kwan. Not much there. All right. We draw first blood. They get a run back with a solo homer, but then Jordan Walker gets a homer of his own. 4-1. Alex Bregman, come on, buddy. Oh, boy. All right, Charlie. He grounds out. I think it might be Taglia for game 4. At least De Leon is still pitching pretty well. We had an error from Stephen Kwan. Isn't great. Hashtag analysis. How Yuli walks on 4 pitches. Hunter Goodman's already aboard. Come on, Drew Romo. Nah, line out to short. And Tovar K's. Man, we've had a lot of opportunities to add more runs. We keep stranding them. Like Tovar's left 4 runners aboard. Romo, Bregman, Condon have all left 3. It's not great. A clean 5th for De Leon. A clean 6th from De Leon. And we're going to get Vodnik going for the 7th. Thank you for your service, Luis. Great game from him. Vodnik gets me a clean 7th. And then we'll bring on, who do I want? Molina, in case things go poorly. Things might be going poorly as a leadoff triple occurs, and Josue de Paula is walked. All right, Romo gets the runner at second. Tovar injured, and he's able to shake it off. All right, Molina will come in to face Yuichiro Ogawa. And Ogawa gets the line drive down to center. That'll score one. Actually, here, I'm going to make an executive decision. Bretton Doyle come in to play center field because Stephen Kwan's up next, so Cole Carrick isn't going to bat again this game. So I'll bring in Doyle for his defense. Soft hit to third to second for one, and that's all we're going to get. But we get the lead runner. Jock Peterson now is walked. The tying run is at second now. Brady House at the plate. And he hits it to right field, but that's an easy catch for Walker. Cool. We escape unscathed. Well, we were kind of scathed, but all right. Keegan Aiken is going to get us ready for the ninth. We do get an insurance run from Bregman. Thank you, sir. Condon flies out to right. Nothing doing there. And Jordan Walker hits it deep to center field, but caught simply by Raffaello. Okay. Keegan Aiken for the ninth. 3-run lead. Clean for Aiken, and we beat the Nationals in game 3, 5-2. Really good day from our pitching staff. I think I left Vodnik in a little bit too long. He's a one-inning guy, I think. If I try to get anything more out of him, it doesn't work. All right. So far, pretty good series as we move to game 4. And we are going to have Bobby Miller pitching for us here. I think I'm going to have Toglia hit for Charlie Condon. And I think I'm going to let Doyle get in at center field. But I think if he struggles this game, then I don't really know when he's going to, get a start again. Because don't get me wrong, it's not like Cole Carrick is a great center fielder, but if Doyle is getting me nothing offensively, then what's the point? Clean first for both sides. Clean second. How Yuli, though, gets the leadoff double. We have life. Well, I forgot to say, their starting pitcher, Jordan Susana. Whoa. Look at that stuff. 85 slider, 85 sinker. Hello. This dude's awesome. We might be in trouble. Brenton Doyle strikes out. Man. But there we go. Kwan gets the ball down into right. How Yuli going into score, and he is safe. We're up 1-0. All right, Bobby with a clean third. No, they get a run back. Freddie House pops it up. Romavita's hit gets down. That does not enough to score Abrams. What is the point of your speed if you don't be aggressive from third to home? Rafaela flies out, but that'll be enough to score Abrams. Nats take the lead. All right. Well, we've had better starts offensively, it must be said. So this guy on the Nats, Susana, just looks great this season. Like last couple seasons, he was but he may have turned a corner. To be fair, he was like 21 2 seasons ago. How Yuli walks. All right. Tovar K's, as does Brenton Doyle. Am I about to pay $10 million to Brenton Doyle next year to be a backup center fielder? So it's about to happen to me. All right, we have life. Never mind, we have less life as Toglia strikes out for the third time with Stephen Kwan at second. But Cole Carrick shows him how it's done. That ball is down in center field. Kwan will score. Carrick has himself a double. Goodman strikes out. All right. I think I'm going to go long reliever here and get Seth Romero going. Miller gets Dylan Cruz. If I can have him get CJ Abrams, then I can have a fresh pitcher for House. That's the move. All right, he gets CJ Abrams. Brady is much better against lefties, though. So, Bobby, you're going to have to get Brady here. And he gets him swinging. There we go. Solid start from Bobby there. Jordan Walker pops up. The bottom of our lineup, which was red hot earlier, has gone completely cold. I don't want Vodnik. I don't want Molina. I want Seth. Gets me a clean seventh. Brenton Doyle, this is your last at bat to impress me. Oh, boy. Kwan is aboard with a double. Bregman gets the ball down and left. Kwan is in at third. Okay. We have life here. Toglia now, who's not had a great game so far, and he strikes out again. Get him off my team. Cole Carrick strikes out too. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Can't do anything. Romero allows a leadoff double. Not great. Josue De Paula is safe at first on the infield single. All right, infield pop-up, that's fine. We'll take those. A double play does end the inning. And he walked CJ Abrams on 4 pitches. All right, Zerpa's coming in. You have yet to break a sweat. Okay, let's not lie. Come on, Zerpa. And Brady House hits it deep right field. That ball is out of here. The lefty crusher, true to his word, as the Nats score 4 on a grand slam. Fair enough. Nothing doing for us there. Unfortunate. We drop game 4. All right, tied up 2-2. Man. All right. Aaron Getty is going to pitch game 5. Cade Cavalli is back, who we did, I would say, okay against last time. In terms of hitters, I'm going to be frank. Brendan Doyle might just need to be fired into the sun. I'm going to be honest. I am going to have Hunter Goodman DH, Drew Romo catch. And that's going to be the move. Here we go. Huge game 5. This series might just go the distance. To be fair, wouldn't be against. Well, no, I wouldn't be against it because that would mean we'd lose again. And Carrick strikes out to get us started. Nothing from us in the first. Nationals get a run, but we have runners on first and second. Full count. Stephen Kwan. Fly out to center. Not great. All right, Bregman. Hits it back up the middle, down in center. 1 run will score. Very nice. Cole Carrick gets to third. All right, opportunity for more runs now. Charlie Condon strikes out. Yeah, not great from our rookie here. That is what it is. Aaron Getty works clean. Clean fourth also. We're just getting nothing offensively these past couple games. All right, they hit Drew Romo, which, fair enough. Tovar flies out to left. Nothing there. Man, when that came off the bat, I thought it was going much further. And they hit Carrick also. Oy, 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 oy. That's 2 out of 3 batters. Get him out of here. The man's losing it. Stephen Kwan then proceeds to hit into the fielder's choice. And Bregman strikes out. This man. Man. All right, clean fifth for Aaron Getty. And a clean sixth. This man is just going strong, and our offense can't do nothing. Nothing for us the rest of the seventh. Okay, we're going to get Halverson ready. All right. Raphael is going to be the last batter he'll face. Full count, the pitch. Blocked him. All right. Halverson's coming in to face Kevin Made. And a wild pitch advances both runners. It's fine. It's fine. As long as Halverson gets him. If Halverson doesn't get him, then it's, slightly worse. Hashtag analysis. And Kevin Made gets it down. Poor Aaron Getty. 2 more runs to his stat line. Man, he was doing well before that, too. Halverson, you kill me. All right. We're down by 2 runs now. Need some life. We get a solo home run from Bregman. That brings us within 1. Here we go. Keegan Aiken is getting ready for the 9th if we can manage to tie it up. Jordan Walker with a full count. And he hits it deep. Left field gone. Tie ball game. Jordan Walker, the playoff hero thus far. 392 feet. Send it to space. Goodman goes down. He has not had a good playoff since those first couple games. I'm going to pinch hit here. Oswaldo Cabrera is going to come in for Hao-Yu Lee. And Cabrera flies out. All right, Drew Romo. Solo home run. Give us the lead. Fly out to left. But we tie it up. So we avoid another loss to a bullpen implosion. Cabrera is going to go to second. Keegan Aiken is going to get the ninth. And he gets it clean. So I'm going to bring in Zerpa for the 10th. Or bottom of the 10th. But let's see what we got here. Remember, there is no ghost runner in the playoff. So it is straight old school baseball. Cole Carrig lines out to center. And Stephen Kwan lines out also. Nothing. Nothing for us in the 10th. We're going to bring Zerpa in. And it's clean. Never a doubt. All right, now we're going to turn to our long relievers. So, where do I go, Molina? Nah, I'm going to go my long relievers. There we go. Hunter Goodman, 2-run home run. The lead is ours. Oswaldo flies out. That's that. But we get 2 runs to our name. I am going to bring Singer in off the bat. That way Zerpa gets less tired. And Brady Singer works it clean. We beat the Nationals 5-3. Alex Bregman, 3 hits and a home run to his name. That'll do. And now we get an all-important day off. So all of our relievers, with exception of Zerpa, are ready for Game 6. If we win it, it's on to the World Series. And it's Zach Eflin, who we destroyed last time out for the Nationals. We got this. Nobody is tired, which is good. I'm going to give Cole Carrig a rest. We're going to have Taglia take DH. Everything else is as is. All right, here we go. Clean first for us. Brenton Doyle already on second. And on second, he will step as Bregman pops it up to the catch. And Charlie Condon flies out to end the inning. Ooh, an error. Who-by? Bregman at third. Not great. But that is what it is. Toglia is at second for Walker, who hits it deep to center field. Gone. Just over the wall. 2-run shot on the board. He's got this. The Nationals get a run back. Brendan Doyle is on second. Stephen Kwan hits it softly back up the middle. He beats it out. Runners at the corners. No outs. And up steps Alex Bregman, who allows a wild pitch to just walk right by him. We get another run. Condon hits it deep to center field. Bounces off the bottom of the wall. Ground rule double for Condon. Fair enough. I don't know if he gets the third there, but for a second I thought it was just going to be a home run because the center fielder didn't move. He was like, yeah, that's gone. But I guess not. Taglia hits out. And Hunter Goodman grounds out to third. But we get 2 more runs. 4-1 ball game. Down goes Tovar and Boyle. Really is impressive how far Brenton Doyle's bat has just evaporated. Also, the Nationals have 3 errors right now. All right, I'm going to bring in Donder to replace Gabriel. He gives me again 5 clean innings. Donder, please. Ugh. They got 2 runs off of Donder. We got 1 back. All right, he gets me a clean 7th. Will Klein is going to get the 8th. All right, clean 8th for us. I am going to pinch hit here. Actually, no. I'm going to just make a defensive sub after, but Goodman will get the at-bat. And he strikes out. Fair enough. Jordan Walker has had a heck of a day. 2 home runs now. He makes it 3 with a deep shot to left field. 3 home runs. Have a day, Jordan Walker. 6 home runs on the year. Wow. Howie Uli pops up to the first baseman. And Tovar goes down swinging. Okay, let's make some defensive subs. So Drew Romo is going to go into catch. Oswaldo Cabrera going to go in at second. Keegan Aiken is going to take the 9th. Loma Vida gets a solo home run. Nationals are within 2. Rafaela is out. Kevin made the Nationals' last outs of their playoff run. The pitch, the swing, caught by Tovar. That's your ball game. That is your series. For the 2nd straight year, Colorado Rockies are bound for the World Series. That'll do. On the other side of the playoffs, Red Sox are up on the Rangers 3-2, and they will be our opponent in the World Series. All right. Let me advance really quick. All right, Red Sox, who do they got? Luzardo, Bello, Crochet, Zach Wheeler. Okay. Let's save. All right. So for me, pitching-wise, yeah, I think we start with De Leon. I think we go lefty against lefty. Man, 2nd straight year we make the World Series. Crazy. All right. Let's get game 1 of the World Series going. Red Sox, they got Christian Campbell at first, Roman Anthony center, Jalen Duran left, Tristan Casas DH, Huy Rosario at third, Marcelo Meyer at short, Connor Wong, Willer Bray, Ricky Romero rounding it out. Trevor Story, it looks like, relegated to the bench this season. So I assume they're going to take that team opt-out without question. All right. So it is against a lefty, which means even though Brenton Doyle is cold, he's going to be out there because no shot I'm going to have Stephen Kwan go up against lefties. So Hugh Romo is going to be the catcher for this game. Hunter Goodman to DH. And Brenton Doyle gets me a leadoff double. As he turned to the corner, Cole Carrick gets the ball down under the green monster. Doyle will score. Cole Carrick is aboard. That'll do. That'll do. I guess the corner of the green monster would be left center, wouldn't it? All right, Bregman. He opted out of his contract with the Red Sox in this save. And against them in the World Series, he pops up. Charlie Condon lines out. All right, Hunter Goodman, what do you got for me, buddy? There we go. It gets under the first baseman. I'm not going to run it. If the ball was deeper, I would run it, but very shallow means he's getting out. Yeah, Jordan Walker popped up, so nothing doing there, but we draw first blood. Up 1-0. Oh boy. And the Red Sox have the bases loaded for Mr. Rosario, who is also walked. Oh, De Leon, buddy. Not like this. Marcelo Meyer, the bane of Tigers fans everywhere. Did they get him? They got Duran and they got the double play. The play-by-play was a little slow there, but they get Meyer to double up. So the Red Sox get one, but that's it. How you lead off triple. Drew Romo, bring him home. Sack fly to center. Roman Anthony's throw is so slow. Safe at first. Or at home, rather. What's Duran's rating at center? 55 inches. And Doyle lines out, but we get a second run. De Leon, don't do this to me. Cool. Roman Anthony goes down swinging. We're all right. Nothing in the third for us, but the Red Sox continue to threaten. As once again, De Leon has walked the bases loaded. I'm getting Seth Romero ready. All right, he gets Willie Abreu swinging, but that's De Leon's last out. Like, come on. There we go. Hunter Goodman, solo homer. Romero's coming in. I don't love using relievers this early, but I mean, come on. De Leon's already walked 6 guys. There we go. Charlie Condon gets the ball down. Bregman goes home, and he is safe. 4-1 Rockies. And Hunter Goodman flies out. Not much there, but we add an insurance run. I'll take those where I can get him. Romero gets me a clean 5th. Let's get Molina going. Yeah, I mean, Romero's on a bajillion pitches. Oh, Molina, don't do this to me. Molina did it to me. Hits the green monster. 1 run will score. In goes the second. 4-3. Molina has yet to get an out. Cassis grounds out to the inning, but the damage is done. The Red Sox get 2 back. 1-run game. Nothing for us in the 7th either. Oh, Molina. Oh, Molina, my friend. He walks Marcelo Meyer. 1 out, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk is Molina's stat line right now. There we go. Get the double play, please God. No, they get the out at first. All right. All right. I am going to bring in Vodnik. I'm not messing around. Get Abreu. All right. Abreu strikes out. Romero, though, hits it to left center, down by the green monster. That'll score both runs and give the Red Sox the lead. Oh, Molina, buddy. His stat line's going to look hideous now. All right, Campbell grounds out to end the inning, but the Red Sox have the lead. The bullpen fully imploded there. Anthony Molina's stat line: 2 outs, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk. Unbelievable. Nothing for us in the 8th either. I'm going to get Dollander warming up. Vodnik Wakasis. I'm still good. I disagree. All right. Here we go. We need 1 run to tie it up, 2 runs to take the lead. And Romo strikes out. Tovar strikes out. Doyle hits it to center, but that'll be caught by Roman Anthony. And Anthony Molina's implosion costs us game 1 as the Red Sox take game 1 4-5. Oh boy. All right, on to game 2. Bobby Miller against the lefty Jesus Luzardo, who's a free agent signing for them, who has turned out pretty well, I would say. I wish I could see specifically playoff statistics up there. Drew Romo has not been great, so I'm going to have Hunter Goodman catch. And let's go Cole Carrick DH. And Stephen Kwan will take left field. See how that plays out. Nothing in the first for either team. And the Red Sox get a run in the second and a leadoff triple in the third. And Roman Anthony is walked. Oh boy. Oh boy. And Tristan Casas gets the ball down. It's going from bad to worse for the Rockies. All right. Well, they get Tristan Casas at second. That's one thing, but they got the run. All right. Romero strikes out. That's good. Can he get Garcia? Yes, he can. We get out of the jam. Some bad base running by Tristan Casas also helps. Cole Carrick with a 2-run shot. Tovar runs on first and second. How many strikeouts does Tovar have in these playoffs so far? It might be a billion. Postseason, he has 14 strikeouts in 38 at-bats. Neat. As Brenton Doyle flies out to right. Does not advance either runner. Stephen Kwan having a really good day against the lefty so far. But he can't continue it. Grounds out to second. We get nothing. We had runners on first and second, no outs. We couldn't even advance them, let alone score them. Marcelo Meyer flies out to center. See if he can get Roman Anthony. He does. Tristan Casas. Soft grounder to second. Got him. All right. Good fifth there to end it from Bobby. Nice. Hunter Goodman 2-run shot. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do Zerp. No, I lied. I'll do Singer for the 6th. All right, clean inning. Clean 7th also. Great from Brady Singer. We're doing Zerpa for the 8th. Ooh. Pull carried. 3-run shot. Into the outfield it goes. That will advance the runners. Bases loaded for Hunter Goodman. And he hits it to left, but that's going to be caught. Bregman goes, and he is in. 5-2 ball game. They're bringing in Will Vest to face Jordan Walker. And Walker lines out to left. All right. Really good outing from Brady Singer. 2 clean innings, only allowed 1 hit. Zerpa gets me a nice, clean ninth. I'm going to have Oswaldo Cabrera pinch hit here for How You Leap. And he lines out to left. Ezekiel Tovar is ice cold, but he walks. All right, Brendan Doyle, give me literally anything. There we go. The ball gets down in the outfield. Tovar advances. Garrett Whitlock is in to face Stephen Kwan. And Kwan lines out and they double up. They double him up at Tovar at second. Fair enough. Okay, so Oswaldo Cabrera will take second. Keegan Aiken will go in for the ninth. And it is clean. We take game 2 from the Red Sox. 5-2. Much better day from our pitching staff. Brady Singer locking down 2 clutch innings for us. Let us advance. All right, so they're going Zach Wheeler for this game. I can go Aaron Getty or Hughes. I'm going to go Aaron Getty. My argument being that one day off, Hughes. Yeah, Aaron Getty would need to pitch regardless sometime. All right, so they're going righty with Zach Wheeler. Brenton Doyle hadn't been great, so we're going to sit him. Cole Carrick to leave off at center, and honestly, I'm feeling Alec Burleson to DH, and I'm going to shake up the lineup a little bit. Walker's going to go 5th, Goodman 6 is fine, Tovar 7, Howley 8, Burleson 9. That's my move. Spencer Arrighetti on the mound, clean first. Hey, Jordan Walker, solo home run. Never doubted. Ooh, we have life here. Bregman, full count. Harmless fly out with Carrick and Kwan on base. All right, Condon, come on, buddy. Grounds out to short. Yeah, Condon also quietly has not had the best playoff thus far. Oh, they're getting there and Getty a bit. Not like this. All right, Casas gets the ball down. Jordan, where was your enthusiasm on that ball? The man just walked toward it. All right, getting Ricky Romero there is huge. Can he get Garcia? No, sir. It skips past Bregman all the way to left field wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs are in. 3-1 ball game. All right, the rest is clean. Hunter Goodman solo homer. Thank you, sir. Clean 5th for Arrighetti. I'm going to be honest. That's going to be it for Arrighetti. I'm not even going to risk it. Alec Burleson deep left field. God. Burleson in his first start in the playoffs ties it up with a solo home run. He says, Coach, should have been there. All right. Cole Carrick is aboard. Stephen Kwan flies out. That's not going to move anyone, Stephen. Bregman pops out. You know what, Stephen? At least you hit it in the outfield. And it's deep from Charlie Condon. Gone. The Coors Field magic. We take the lead 5-3. Chase Dollander comes in for the 6th. It's clean. I'm going to have Will Klein get ready if there's trouble. Let's see if Donder can get Connor Wong. And he does not. Connor Wong gets the double, slicing it to left. All right. Will Klein is in to face Jaron Duran. Gets the ball hit to second. How you Lee guns him down. All right. Nothing there. Cole Kerrigan Quan are aboard for Bregman. And he strikes out. How many times have I said the phrase Quan and Carrig are aboard and we can't bring them home? Condon walks. Bases are loaded for playoff hero Jordan Walker. And he is walked in. 6-3. Hunter Goodman. Bases loaded. Swing. Ground out to third. I had such high hopes. They were dashed in a heartbeat. All right, Will Klein is going to get this inning started. If he can't get it, I'm going to Halverson. Full count, Cassis. Strike him out. I will take the ground out. All right, Seth, I lied. You're going to sit down. Aiken is going to warm up. And a wild pitch. Scores Roman Anthony. And he gets Romero to strike out. All right. The Red Sox get a run back. Can we get some insurance runs? No. So Keegan Aiken is going to come in. 2-run lead for the save. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Connor Wong is up. Gets him swinging. Woo. Go ahead runners at home. Jaron Duran. 1-2 count. Gets him swinging. Ball game. That'll do. The Rockies take game 3. We're up 2-1 in the series. Cole Kerrig, have a day, sir. 3 hits, 2 runs. Yeah. That'll do. All right, let's advance the day. Let us also check in on my bullpen guys really fast. So Will Klein is tired. Everybody else looks moderately good to go. All right. We are up 2-1. Gabriel Hughes is going to take game 4. Brian Bello on the other side. Not had a great season, it must be said. But he did well against the Rangers in the playoffs. Stephen Kwan has food poisoning. Well, that's okay. That's happened. Cole Kerrig will take left, I guess. And we're going to go... I mean, Toglia just has not had it. I'm going to go Goodman to DH. Drew Romo to catch. Stephen Kwan, they poisoned Stephen. It was the clam chowder. First inning, clean. Hey, Cole Kerrig solo home run. Garcia got them too. Ooh. Runners on second and third. Drew Romo. Force out at first, but he does score Goodman. So we have a tie ball game. And Tovar is hit on an 0-2 count. Toss him up. And he walks Doyle, bases loaded. Cole Kerrig. And he grounds out to first. Man. All right, we get 1. I feel like that should have been more, as Gabriel is struggling against the Red Sox early, but a softly hit ball to short for 1 and 2. Got the double play. Sit down, Roman Anthony. Max Clark better. I say that. Is he? Well. All right, nothing for us in the third, fourth, or fifth. So Brady Singer's going to come on, and he allows a solo homer to Tristan Casas. Not like this. Not like this. All right, clean seventh. So Halverson's going to get the eighth. Man, we are getting nothing offensively. We have 3 hits the whole game. Granted, they have 4. Halverson, don't do this to me. Oh, he walked Marcelo Meyer on 4 pitches. Seth. Seth. Between me and you. Can you not do this right now? All right, softly hit to Tovar for 1. No throw over. Tristan, have you done better or worse against lefties? You have done worse. So, Zerpa is going to come in to face Tristan Casas. And it's softly hit to Lee. The throw to first. Got him. All right. Red Sox threaten. They do not score. As we need something this inning, guys. We have 6 outs left. Running out of time. Cole Carrig flies out to right. Bregman walks. Tying run is at first. Condon hits it deep to left, but that's not going to be deep enough. All right, Jordan Walker. He strikes out. Yeah, I mean that was the group we wanted. Carrick, Bregman, Condon, Walker. They don't get it done. Oh boy, Garcia gets a steal. Here we go. Pop up there. Down goes Abreu. Can he get Rosario? Yes. All right, good work there from Zerpa. Really good from him. We're going to have Vic Vodnik Warman for the 10th if it's needed. They're sticking with their righty. Cole Sands in. Cole and Hunter Goodman hits it deep off the wall. Can't quite get it over. And we have a leadoff double. Here we go. Up next, How You Lee. And he hits it to the gap. It's down in center field. Goodman scores. How You Lee is going for 3. He is safe. Okay. All we need to do is get How You Lee home. We have 2 outs to do it, essentially. Drew Romo, full count. Strikes out. Tovar, 3-1 pitch. He hits it to left. Caught. How You Lee goes for home. He's safe. Rockies win. We walk it off. The Rockies take it, and we are up 3-1 on the series. 1 game away from victory. How You Lee, 3 hits, including a triple in the 9th. They left Cole Sands in for an insane amount of time, and it came back to bite them as we get the win 4-3. Let us advance. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's save. Okay. Woo. Game 5. And we have a 3-1 series lead. After dropping game 1, we have won 3 in a row. Stephen Kwan back from his food poisoning. That said, it is a lefty in Garrett Crochet, who did, I would say, okay against us last time out. So I think, yeah, this is just going to be the list. Drew Romo has not done great offensively, like, at all. So I think I am going to have Hunter Goodman catch. And then at DH against lefties, I mean, Stephen Kwan did good against lefties last time. So I am going to try that again with Cole Carrick DHing. Kwan takes left. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Brenton Doyle in. All right, here we go. Game 5. We win it. We're World Series champions. Luis DeLeon, get us started. Here we go. Now, last year in the World Series, we were up 2-0, and we couldn't close it out. We ended up losing in 7. Let us see what happens today as Campbell goes down. Roman Anthony is aboard at second, though, after the steal. That is the downside of having Hunter Goodman catch instead of Romo. But Jaron Duran goes down, as does Cassis. That'll. All right, Stephen Kwan is aboard. Bregman K's. Oh, buddy. All right, Charlie Condon, come on, cement yourself. Rookie. Yeah, ground out. Also, the ability to win the series at home would be lovely. Celebrate with the fans, make them go crazy. Clean second for us. Hunter Goodman at second. How you Lee, and he gets the ball down in right field. I am not sending Hunter Goodman because if it's average, and then cannon of an arm, I'm not sending him. It doesn't matter. Tovar gets the ball down and left. Goodman scores. How you Lee is the most aggressive runner we have. You already know he's going home. And we have a 2-0 lead in the second. Doyle strikes out, and that is that. Here we go. Roman Anthony at the plate, and he swings at a horrendous pitch. On to the third. Nothing for us. Nothing for the Red Sox. Hunter Goodman is at third for Jordan Walker, who hits it to third. Bad decision from Goodman to run there. And he is out at the plate. All right, I sent Jordan Walker there just to get him in scoring position for Lee. Nah, he struck out anyway. All right. We can't score Goodman there, which is depressing, but it is what it is. The Rockies are threatening. Connor Wong lies out. What are Connor Wong's ratings in this game? Not great. It must be said. All right, Abreu, what do you got for me? Oh, that's back up the middle. Red Sox will give. Ooh, they don't send Meyer. Okay, I'm not going to complain about that. Double play is alive. Romero. Infield pop up. I like that also. Can he get Christian Campbell? He walked him. All right, I am going to get Seth Romero warming up. Roman Anthony hits it back up the middle. That'll score 1 and 2 as Abreu goes in behind. And we have a tie ball game, but they get Campbell at third. So that definitely helps Seth Romero coming in for the 6th. And he allows a solo home run from Tristan Cassis. Oh, the wheels are falling off the bullpen. Oh, boy. All right, 4-2 ball game. How many pitches is Romero on? 20. I'm going to leave him in. Cole Carrick is hurt with groin tightness. They're doing all they can to keep him down. I'll have Toglia come in. Man, Quit injuring Cole Carrick. All right. Romero, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to need you to take this inning. All right. It gets Jerinder in. Not looking great. Our offense has certainly cooled off, but Jordan Walker is at second. And How Lee hits it down to the wall in right field. That'll score Walker. And we are within one. How Lee at second. Tovar gets it down in left field. How Lee scores tie ball game. And we're still going too. Everybody's hitting doubles this inning. There we go. Brenton Doyle, I need you here, buddy. I really do. And he grounds out to third, but he advances Tovar. So I'll take that trade, especially with no outs in the inning prior to that. Juan hits it back up the middle. Tovar's in. We have the lead. We have the lead. Stephen Kwan. Actually, no, I'm not going to send him. I will have faith in Bregman. Bregman hits it to left, but it's not going to advance Kwan. Condon soft grounder to the pitcher. He can't beat it out. But we get 3 runs in the inning. The lead is ours. Molina is going to come in for the 8th. And then the 9th, we'll see. Clean inning. So now I have to make a decision. Do I let Keegan Aiken take it at 89%? I think I do. First, though, let's see if we can get some insurance runs here. Toglia strikes out on 3 pitches. Cool. Hunter Goodman strikes out on 4 pitches. Cool. Jordan Walker grounds out to short. Tyler Holton, why can't you do that for the Tigers this year, I ask you? All right, here we go. 3 outs away from World Series champions. Wilyer Abreu, the first batter. And he flies out to left. Well done there from Stephen Kwan. They're pinch hitting Romy Gonzalez, who at this point has only had 5 at-bats in the entire playoff. Can he be the hero for the Red Sox? The pitch. Flying out to short. 1 out away. Christian Campbell at the plate. 0-1 count. The pitch. The hit right to Brenton Doyle. Ball game series championship. The Colorado Rockies have won the World Series in 2027. Put me in the Hall of Fame. We've won it. Scenes in Colorado. We take it 5-4. And that is your ball game. That is your series. Apologies to the Red Sox. Victory is ours. What a game. What a game. What a series. Wow. I mean, look, last year we made the wild card, made it all the World Series, and lost in 7. This year, we have a good enough record. We get the bye. We sweep the Cardinals. We beat the Nationals in 6. And we beat the Red Sox in 5. Wow. Who knew? And Cole Carrick needs some sort of medal. This guy was on 2 different injuries. He's like, Coach, I got it in me. I got it in me. All right, let me look at the playoff stats really quick here. Du-du-du. All right, so in the postseason, Jordan Walker, Tovar, Hao-Yu Lee, Hunter Goodman, and Alex Bregman were the only players to start every game. Everybody else got rested a little bit. Jordan Walker, 7 home runs in the playoff. Hunter Goodman with 6. Bregman had 3, 2 for Carrick, Condon, and Tovar. And Alec Burleson, in his only start in the playoffs, had a home run. Good on him. I think everyone did pretty good. I think the biggest disappointments, Brenton Doyle, we kind of knew wasn't doing great offensively, but he was terrible. Charlie Condon also. I mean, he had a couple home runs, but not much doing there. And then, guys like Cabrera didn't play that much. Burleson didn't play that much. Drew Romo had a sub 100 average. That happens. Really happy for that. In terms of our pitching, however, so in terms of our starters, De Leon and Hughes started 4 games and did very, very well. Aaron Getty was great in his 3 starts. Bobby Miller got hit a little bit. Aaron Getty also, unfortunately, I think each game I left him in for 2 outs too long, 1 out too long. Chase Dollander, I mean, he did really good in long relief. He gave up 2 runs to the Nationals in 1 game. But other than that, I think really solid for him. That's probably what his role is going to be next year, is going to be in long relief. In terms of innings pitched, Seth Romero pitched 8 innings, and overall it was not a tremendous playoff. But what can you do at points? I think he did well against the Cardinals. The Nationals just got him. And then in this past game against the Red Sox, got hit around a bit. I do think we are going to let Seth Romero go in arbitration this year, but we got him his ring. Brady Singer also got us 8 innings. He did really well, with the exception of that one Cardinals game where he gave up 2 solo shots. Other than that, I think Singer really impressed. Jury's still out on if I'll bring him back, but really happy with him. Keegan Aiken, our closer in the playoffs, near perfect. He had 6 saves. If that gives you any indication on how close our games were, he had 6 saves in the playoffs, which is crazy. 1 against the Cardinals, 2 against the Nationals, and 3 against the Red Sox. Definitely a Rockies legend at that point, I think. Angel Zerpa, who is our 2-time All-Star, really great reliever for us, great in the playoffs also. Nationals got a run against him, but I believe that was it. Yeah, because only pitched once against the Cardinals. So he did very well also. Happy for him. Will Klein, who up until August, Will Klein wasn't even a part of this roster. I call him up. He does well in August, horrendous in September. But the postseason, he gets me 5 1/3. Only gave up 1 run there at the end. Happy with him. I think he'll have to compete in spring training next year to see if he has a roster spot, but we'll see. Anthony Molina, unfortunately, got shelled against the Red Sox. He was the only reason we lost that game. Got 2 outs, but gave up 4 hits, 4 earned runs, walked a guy. Just not great. He did, though, redeem himself in this game where he struck out all 3 of the batters he faced in the 8th to set up Keegan Aiken for the save. So the redemption arc is there. Seth Halverson wasn't used that much in the playoffs, in all honesty. He only was used for 2 innings in the World Series, but he never allowed a run. He only walked 1 guy, got a handful of strikeouts. Did really well for himself. And then Victor Vodnik, who appeared once per series, essentially. And I think what I've just determined with Vodnik is he can only get me 1 inning. If I try to give him more than that, bad things usually happen. Um, but he did good, in the postseason for the 3 appearances he had. He gave up the run against Washington, but did well elsewhere. So really happy for all those guys. I am honestly stunned that we won the World Series. Like, we made the World Series last year. We needed to take both the wild card series and the divisional series to the full games to do it. We lost in 7. This year, I mean, man, like, we won the World Series. If you had told me when I started this series that in year 2 we'd be in the playoff, let alone making the World Series, year 2 would be in the playoff, I would take that in a heartbeat. And year 3, not only do we make the playoff, we win the NL West. We get a bye doing so and win the World Series. That'll do. That will do. Let us advance. Yankel Fernandez, by the way, he's healthy the day after the World Series. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yankel is back. Who, remember, for 10 games, he was the second coming of Babe Ruth with a 1200 OPS. All right, the off season has started. Let me just get to that screen so it does the season score and all that jazz as it advances. Season score 840. Congratulations, you've won it all. Immortal in the championship. Well done to the men. Everyone involved here is getting rings, including Manuel Margot, who is currently on the Giants. Guys like Richie Palacios, Acuna, who are in the minors right now. Aaron Schunk also in the minors. Andrew Chivilli gets a ring, which is nice. Richie Palacios getting a ring after appearing in 2 games is kind of funny. But hey, it works. Young Gil Fernandez also gets a ring, which is really cool. I'm happy for him. Bautista gets a ring even though we beat his team on the way to victory. That's good. Well done, everyone. 840 score out of 1,000 for those keeping track at home. We win the World Series. Michael King has executed his player option. All right, so we get Michael King for next year. And remember, he tore his rotator cuff in June. So he wasn't a part of the playoff run per se. He was having a poor year up to that point. And he's still going to miss like half of next season. Like, he's not going to be there until August or September. So he's going to be there. Keegan Aiken, option year. We are obviously executing the option. He was, our closer down the stretch, playoff legend. Keep him in. Easy. New budget. How much? $192 million. I would like to thank you, sir. After having my budget stay the exact same for back-to-back seasons, it finally goes up by $14 million. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Review of season goals. Yes, thank you. Thank you, World Series, all that jazz. We did have our bench coach retire. I'll have to do that. We got ourselves a contract extension. 2 years? I bring you a work. Whatever. You know what? It's fine. I am not going to complain. Maybe I should. I feel like I should. Just a little bit. All right, we have our new budget secured, $192 million. We don't have a lot of money for free agents. We also don't have that many upcoming free agents that we have to make decisions on. So that will have to take place. But I will save that for tomorrow, as tomorrow we will get through as much of the offseason as we are able. We'll have to make some decisions about. some pitchers. Is Chase Dollander going to have a role in the rotation next year? What's our bullpen going to look like if we're losing both Seth Romero and Brady Singer? Much to discuss, but we will get to that next time. So I'll go through all of the pre-free agency period off stream. That way, next episode, we can just kick right off with free agency and beyond. Also, it should be noted the updated owner goal in 2 years, he wants another championship. So we will have to build a team to match that ambition. But I appreciate you all for watching. I am very surprised that we won a World Series the third year of the save. But really excited to continue this series on. I think even though we've won it, I'm still going to keep it going for a few years, or for a few seasons rather. We got a really young team. Really excited to see how we can play this out. So I appreciate you all for watching, and I will see you next time.